Welcome to Momentum Monday. Today is November 2nd, 2025. Howard, how bullish you are on a scale from 1 to 10 right now?
I don't use those ter I mean, I think I wrote about it today. Like, obviously, we've had a good run on the stocks that I like, and I'm really worried about, you know, we climbed this wall of worry for months after the tariffs, but I just don't see, other than tech, I just don't see uh, why I should be so excited at these valuations. But, I'm staying in my trends. Like the price action's good. So from a price action perspective, Apple all-time high, Google all-time high, Amazon all-time high.
Yeah.
It's the economy, right? I mean, at the same time, though, Amazon's laying off what, 30,000 people. So as they go all in on infrastructure, unlike building railroads or the internet, railroads needed people. Uh, Amazon needs less people. So it's like we're trading their investment in the cloud and compute for people. So I think for the consumer, it's never been a better time to be bullish. But if you're not rich, it's pretty tough out there. And if you're in the market, this is a good time. Inflation is forcing assets higher, and the good assets are working, and the price action in tech is great. So what do you see?
I mean, yes, I agree with you. Amazon is not the only one company laying people off, but that's a separate issue. Obviously, last week the Nasdaq 100 hit new all-time highs after supposedly the US and China are closer to a trade deal. That's really the headline everybody's watching right now, and the main moving factor. Um, Other than that, earnings for the most part continue to be strong. Google, Amazon crushed estimates, gapped up, but then were faded. It's typically not a good idea to chase them on those gaps unless they have significant acceleration in growth, which they don't. So it's always, better to wait, to buy them near their 20, 50-day moving average. You get much better risk to reward if you have a longer time horizon. The one thing that everybody's pointing out is that
Did Amazon close at all-time highs, Ivan?
no, they were faded. They were faded,
Yeah.
but that's expect
Did it close at all-time high? I mean, did it close at a month like
I think so. Yeah, the
yeah.
close, yes, but as you can see here, it closed near the lows of the day. That's what I
Yeah.
mean by fading. People are taking profits and
Yeah.
waiting to buy here near the 200 day or the
Yeah, I
50.
mean, I sold some Google, into that earnings number myself. Like again, like I don't usually sell all-time highs, but I mean, we've run, I don't know, just gained $1 trillion here in the last month.
Yeah, it completely makes sense to take some off and just rebuy when it pulls back, and because they always do. Um, so the one bearish argument that people have is the deteriorating, weakening market breadth. Everybody's pointing out the equal weighted QQQ versus the QQQ, how they basically diverged since the summer. The QQQ just continued higher, while the QQQ are obviously still making higher lows, higher highs, but comparatively underperforming significantly. We haven't really seen such underperformance uh, in a very
I think
long.
that's because of software. But yeah, listen, if you're running a software business, a large software business, it's tough. Um, no, what's the main holdup of that index? Because it may have said like there's just a lot of beat
I
up
mean, right
companies.
now there are a lot of good-looking
Yeah.
software companies. I don't know what you're talking about, like DDOG
Well, that index is not all of
setting up,
software.
Snow, uh,
Wow, snow.
all of the cybersecurity companies are looking really, really well.
Okay.
Net broke out. I think it was new. I
Right.
don't know,
No,
maybe
I
all-time
guess it's
highs,
just like enterprise software. So yeah, I own Cloudflare.
new
That's
all-time highs. So anything cybersecurity is doing really well in this market.
yeah. Well, think about AI, right? And impersonations and like
Yeah.
Cyber is just gonna come down to the individual level. Forget the enterprise level. Everybody's gonna be paying for. It's kind of like paying for Gmail. You're in storage. You're gonna be paying for cyber. It's kind of like LifeLock, but like real, the next generation. So Cloudflare is definitely one of those companies that's like cyber meets. Um, I mean, it's just a great company to be honest, but just not cheap. 200 times earnings.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are not cheap.
Jesus.
So yeah, I mean, that's the main bearish argument, obviously valuation,
I mean, this is
the
bananas.
the
I mean,
divergences, and but those divergences, they can continue for a very long
yep,
period of time. And as
yep.
we continue to see rotations, we continue to see every week there is a new group breaking out. Like last week, for example, solar took off.
Yeah,
First
First
solar
Solar.
broke out to new 52-week highs, and then a bunch of the Chinese one. Like,
I
I
just
mean,
remember what First Solar did the last time I went to 50. I mean, this stock is just
yeah,
up so many times. But yeah, this could be the one. I mean, that's the thing. It's like gold. Like it broke out, traded sideways for 2, 3 years, and then when gold finally, if we look at gold, there was that breakout during COVID. You go back,
yeah.
right, in 2021, 2020, and then you went sideways for 2 years. And if you didn't buy the 24 breakout, oh, so solar feels the same way. I just don't know the industry well, but you got to look at First Solar. It's an Arizona company, and it's, the semiconductor leader.
We've talked about solar multiple times here, and we
Yeah, but this is the best looking solar chart.
explained the catalyst. Obviously, nuclear is the cheapest, and the US government is pushing for nuclear because it's like 5, 6 cents per kilowatt hour. And then the second least expensive is solar, which is like 9 to 10 cents.
Yeah,
Everything else is way more expensive. So I mean, for places in the southern and southwest US, southeast, it just makes sense.
yeah,
Even without the subsidies,
yeah,
it makes sense. And yes, last week we saw, TQ, CSIQ, also the Chinese one, breaking out. Definitely notable strength and on huge volume. So obviously not don't chase them here, but when they set up again and offer a better entry spot, I think it might be something to consider. Um, so yeah, we continue to see strength in select groups. And yes, there are many stocks that are also breaking down, but that does not impact the indices in any way. Biotech remains strong. The rotation into biotech remains. It keeps making new highs, and you can see basically it has gone sideways for 10 years.
yeah.
And now it's pushing higher, obviously. The expected lower rates potentially
Yeah, if you take out
are
that
helping.
21 breakout during COVID, man, that was a gut buster. Just like gold, just like solar. If this is, it's basically at all-time highs right now because that 2021 run was so vicious. Nobody really, everybody just kind of has gotten tired out of it. So you're basically at monthly all-time highs. What's leading this industry? Like Amgen or like
A bunch
I
of them.
haven't,
Even the dogs like Illumina are starting to wake up, and
you know,
anything in gene editing was completely crushed in the past week. Like they went down 50%. I don't know why. Haven't
goodness.
haven't really checked why, but they were completely
I
crushed.
can't like,
Parabolic,
man,
yeah.
everybody's in the casino right now, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about the markets, right? Like I said, I don't know. There's no wall of worry right now. It's just wall of
I
grift.
think with more and more people getting laid off, and um,
Yeah,
more and more people having difficulties finding a decent job, we
yeah.
probably see more people being pushed into the stock and the crypto market and just speculating. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. Obviously, you need to get educated first and learn risk management. Otherwise, you're going to lose money.
Well, a lot of it comes down to parenting. My son Max was even, oh, I was thinking about putting 5 grand, but he goes, what do you think that? Like, I'm like, nah, unless, I talked him out of it because it's like he doesn't need to speculate like that. And it's just start, so I'm saying it's like if my son is talking about it, it like never show. I mean, granted, he's getting older, but like never shown an interest in it, and for him, I don't think it matters, just because of where his life goals are. And but it's fun to hear him talk about it, but then also say, he didn't know what to do, and I was okay with that, right? Like saying, "Don't worry, you don't have to." The way he was talking about it was how all these young kids talk about it, and I was, as a parent, I'm like, unless you're gonna just do what we do with buying like the Google, the stocks you use every day. It's just not for you, Max. Go focus on what you're good at. So again, but you're right. Like the fact that my son's talking about it and the fact that I don't feel worry. And then the other problem I have, Ivan, I wrote about today is inflation's crazy, right? Like it's just the prices from rent to homes to food to
But
takeout.
not the headline inflation, because the headline inflation basically they can,
I don't care.
and
I
by
just
they I mean the
my eyes and
government.
ears. Okay, this is just my eyes and
Yeah,
ears right
yeah.
now. This is me understanding what I spend a month for a long, long time and having, I don't look at prices, as I said, because I'm lucky enough where like it's just life. I travel and I got to work. But for people that like truly are like, it's so shocking, like the prices of things, um, and what people seem to be willing to pay with it. But I feel there's stress that just people aren't talking about financially. So I'm a
I mean,
little
we
worried.
saw it in the CMG Chipotle report. They basically were completely demolished, and they said
Yeah,
people are just going out less frequently to eat.
yeah.
Like
Versus me, like I'm going to Chipotle's when I feel like some protein because it's like near my house and I never would. And
obviously
I just
not
don't care.
enough
I don't care about the
reputations.
price, and it is. It's like $15 for a burrito. It's so
Yeah,
ridiculous. Oh my God, what a
it,
disaster.
it's down 50% in the midst of a bull market.
What's McDonald's doing?
And McDonald's is always, does better. It's
Yeah.
just a slower
Wow.
mover.
Chipotle's has really screwed the pooch again. So this is at post-COVID. There was this big story about how like they're just quantities are different in every store. So what? So that's back to like three. That's taken out like 3 years of gains here in the last
Five
couple.
years, basically. It's back to 2020,
That's like
2021.
an Ackman stock. Um, the other one that I'm worried about a little bit is Netflix, right? Like, I don't care either way. It's indexed to me, but like YouTube's kicking their ass in terms of attention, and Netflix has some great innovation, like the sports teams are paying them, are making the content and paying Netflix to distribute it, like documentary wise. But that means the content's generally getting worse. And I'm just serially disappointed by new content on Netflix versus the other channels. But that's I'm probably in the minority there, and I love Netflix, but like I find myself spending way more time on HBO, um, Apple TV and YouTube. So so that one is no longer a fave of mine. And then where are banks at?
Yeah, banks are getting weaker. I mean, regional banks, kind of stuck here uh,
uh,
near the 200-day moving average. Obviously, the big ones like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, they're near the highs and just consolidating. Recent gains, here's JPM also basically near all-time highs and American Express. So the market's not really too worried about, credit deterioration and people not being able
yeah,
to pay their credit cards. The
yeah.
the consumer is
Again,
still.
I'm worried. I mean, I don't care, but I agree with you. Like the wall of work, there just doesn't feel like just doesn't feel like everybody's just really pushing stuff off into the future as if like not challenging numbers, like these AI spend numbers are just bananas.
That's interesting. Like consumer staples, which supposedly, if we expect a recession, those should be outperforming, but they're not.
Correct.
They're getting,
That's what I'm saying. If you ask me if I'm bullish, it depends what
crushed. Yeah.
hat you want me to wear, Ivan. Like as a parent, I'm stressed because I know my kids realize that prices are stupid and jobs are not great because they're looking, they're always looking. And as a as a but if I just follow price and momentum, there's lots to be excited about because
Yeah.
who cares what the equal weight is like this is just me technically.
Yes, I agree with you. Yeah.
Who cares what the equal
There's
weight's
still
doing? The
opportunities. Yes.
QQQs are
Yeah.
working, right?
Yeah.
Like it's working till it isn't working. So again, I just that's why I don't like the bullish bearish term. I'm rather bearish on the behavior underneath, but the price action doesn't care.
Yeah. I mean, we
Yeah.
continue to see great opportunities basically every single day.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you know what to look for.
Yeah. And
Um,
I feel like I keep, it's not like I'm getting better. I feel like the people around me are getting worse. Right. So it's like the simpler I keep it with price action, the better it's working because the new entrants don't seem to be doing things normally. So you can almost trade against them. But yeah, some of these moves are crazy and they're reversing, like you said, in the genetic space. Okay. All
yeah,
right.
and we only see more degeneracy, as you know. We expect the 3x and the 5x leverage ETFs. Uh, we don't know if they'll be approved, but they probably will be.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
we'll
I
see more
see
of that.
no one's watching. Like it just
Yeah,
feels like no one's watching anybody.
yeah,
Right. And so I would just say be careful. But like I don't think this market is normal. Like I compare like I mean, great companies are doing well. Like you can't deny that Google, Amazon, Apple are delivering incredible numbers based on their like the law of large numbers. It's just
yeah.
unfathomable. But there's a cost to this. I just feel there's a cost to this. Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Have a great week, everybody.
Thank you, Howard.
Thanks, Ivan.